I'm Taylor Bishotti with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts was a full participant in practice on Thursday for the first time this week after suffering a knee injury in the team's win over the Rams. Commanders defensive coordinator Joe Witt stated his players plan to treat Hurts like a running back when he uses his legs, aiming to hit him like one when he does. Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni emphasized that they're careful with how they utilize Hurts, thinking about each play, knowing how important it is to have him out there. Meantime, the finalists for the 2024 AP NFL Awards were announced Thursday. 5 players are up for the MVP award and include Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, and Lamar Jackson. Coach of the Year finalists include Dan Campbell, Kevin O'Connell, Sean Payton, Dan Quinn, and Andy Reid. The winners will be revealed at the 14th Annual NFL Honors Ceremony on Thursday, February 6th. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this. If something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
It is 7:31 on this Friday morning. Finally made it to Friday. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning.
We made it. We made it, bud.
Good morning. Yeah, we made it.
Made it without Carol. Carol's resting his mouth.
Yeah, he's resting for the day. Yes.
Yeah, he'll be ready Monday morning. All excited. Because he's Mr. Excitement.
Oh yes.
And how is your? You got any plans for the weekend?
Not much.
A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, there is all kinds of stuff. Rib cook-off. What was the other thing? Wasn't there like a food fest at Martin Luther King Pavilion? So that'll be cool.
And then sandwiched in between that is the Martin Luther King Jr. luncheon.
Oh yeah, the Stone of Hope Awards.
Stone of Hope Awards.
All right.
You got to go to that.
That'll be fun.
But that's $60.
Oh. Well,
but I understand the lunch is very good and fine people.
Yes, and it's supposed to be a very nice event.
It's a great event. It's an annual event, and it's very well attended.
And what else I'm sure will be very well attended is that rib cook-off. I can't wait for them ribs.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them too, and the side dishes and all that other stuff.
Oh yes,
5th and Cedar. It's where that's happening tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and I think they had to say, hey, don't put your chairs out too soon. You can't do that. You got to wait.
That's for a parade.
Oh, okay, that's for the parade. All right.
It's for the Carrot Parade.
Oh, it's for the Carrot Festival. Yeah, that's what that's for.
And the Martin Luther King thing is going to be at the Prestige Center out on Yorman Road by Heber.
Yeah, Prestige Center.
Yeah, is that what it's called? What did I say? Pronounced it wrong, obviously. And the other one, you already mentioned that, the Sports Pavilion will be the new one. That's a new festival.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. It's fun for the whole family. It's free for the whole family, and it's a lot of food.
A lot of food. And it's all free.
All free.
So that'll be interesting to see how that turns out. And going on as we speak is the point-in-time count.
Oh, yes.
They're out there counting the homeless.
Interesting.
That's mandated by HUD, They have to do that.
Well, it's got to be a tough job, and I'm glad someone's out there to do it.
Well, they're all volunteers, so you got to give them kudos for that.
Yeah, round of applause.
Yeah, because, that's just too early for me. I'm here. I got to occupy the seat. Anyway, they're going to be out there tomorrow, too, but it'll be mostly up in Slab City.
Okay.
And counting all the people. HUD requires that, and the county does, because they want to know who is out there, who the homeless is, and what are they doing, and what do they need. And HUD provides the grants for that, to pay for all of that. So that's why they're doing that, and it's a necessary thing. Got some birthdays. You ready for some birthdays?
Birthday time. Let's do it.
There's some guys that you may have heard of, may not. A fiddler. Are you big on fiddlers?
Depends.
Doug Kershaw. He's a country fiddler guy. Well, that's, I guess, fiddlers. There's a country music people.
Fiddler on the Roof.
Okay, there you go. Right. He's 89 years old today, so he's been around a while. Ray Stevens, remember him?
Yes, sir.
The Streak? Yeah, he's 86 today. Neil Diamond, who has retired, semi-retired, he's 84 today. Aaron Neville, one of the great singers of all time. Mm-hmm. He's been recognized, but I don't think enough. He's 84 years old today. Michael Onkeen was in Twin Peaks, and Slapshot. Slapshot, I think, was a hockey movie, and Twin Peaks was weird. He's 79 today. Comedian Yakov Smirnoff. He's a hilarious guy. He's a Russian guy that immigrated a long time ago. 74 years old today. Natasha Kinski, one of my fantasies. She's 64. Drummer Keach Rainwater of Lone Star is 62. Phil Lamar. Have you ever heard of him?
Isn't he from,
Mad TV?
Yes.
You ever watch that?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good comedians.
Of course.
He's
classic.
58 today. Matthew Lillard of Scooby-Doo. You got to be recognized for that one. And She's All That, which is another great movie. He is 55 today. Ed Helms of The Office. I remember him. He's 51. Love The Office. Tatiana Ali. She was in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She was the younger sister. She's 46, so she's not so young anymore. Justin Baldoni, is he infamous or famous? He's the guy that's suing Blake Lively because she sued him. His birthday, he's 41. Misha Barton is 39. She's the OC. Never heard. Well, I heard of it, but I never saw it. Anyway, we've got some local people. You ready for them?
I'm ready.
They're coming up.
Goddard's Gold. From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO. Goddard's Gold.
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold. Goddard's Gold. Saturday, 9 p.m. to midnight, and Sunday morning, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Goddard's Gold.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Angie Estella, Chuck Story, Devon Alvarez, also known as Rose, Elijah Vasquez, Jerry Lane, Erica Tarin, Randy Penson, Sophie Lyerly, James Strom, Manuel Vasquez, Lilia Carranza, Maya Imperial, Eugene Estala. We have Nico Rodriguez, Sebastian Rea, Julian Jimenez, Timothy Jordan Cordero, Carissa Madrid, and Melissa Mazaral. Happy birthday to each and every one.
Tuning into the baseball game, monitoring the incoming storm, catching your favorite talk show. These are just a few of the reasons more than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio each month. And did you know AM radio is the backbone of the emergency alert system, keeping us safe in dangerous times? It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And before we get to Jared and all the local news, we've got the World in California news headlines brought to you by Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that you breathe.
CBS News Brief. President Trump has left the White House for the first trip of his second administration outside of Washington, D.C. First stop, hurricane-battered western North Carolina. Matt Mercer with the state Republican Party.
I think President Trump wants to see that and wants to provide comfort to the folks who are still affected.
From North Carolina, he flies to Los Angeles to tour damage from the wildfires. But CBS's Tom Waite says not everyone will be happy to see the president.
People here in the fire zones, the last thing they want right now is to deal with politics. They want that taken out of the situation. They just want help. They want to recover and they want to rebuild.
Presidents threatened to withhold federal emergency funds. Israel's issued a statement signaling it will keep some troops in Lebanon beyond Sunday's withdrawal deadline. 4 more Israeli hostages, all female, are expected to be released from Gaza tomorrow. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
More fire activity in Southern California overnight with a brush fire burning about 800 acres in Otay Mountain southeast of downtown San Diego. Cal Fire saying it's 0% contained, burning at a dangerous rate. President Trump in the state this afternoon to survey the Southern California wildfire damage. Governor Gavin Newsom says he hopes Trump is here to help.
We're going to have the backs of the people in this state. And I hope the president comes back after his visit tomorrow and is here for not just the short run, but the long haul.
Preparations for a weekend rainstorm continuing in the burn areas. CAL FIRE Captain John Klingensmith says crews have documented potential contaminants that could pollute the environment near the Palisades fire burn zone.
Urban search and rescue teams, as they gridded the area, identified potential hazardous spots. So whether it's batteries, pesticides, paints, they marked it on maps.
Mountain View-based Google blaming a data error for omitting Joe Biden in his search result for U.S. presidents, users posting screenshots listing Barack Obama and Donald Trump as the last 2 presidents. Jeff Scott, California News.
And the World California News headlines brought to you this morning by Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air that you breathe.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
Goddard's Gold. What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
And it's time for page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. With your local news, here's Jared.
Wounded hiker rescued from Anchondo Wilderness. An American citizen with a group of hikers was shot and robbed Wednesday. According to the U.S. Border Patrol, armed suspects believed to be Mexican cartel members robbed the man and another hiker, a Canadian citizen, in the rugged Anchondo Wilderness near Imperial County, just north of the U.S.-Mexican border. According to the Border Patrol, El Centro Sector Communications received a call from the Imperial County Sheriff's Office 911 dispatch at about 11 a.m. and reported that a man had been shot and needed help. Border Patrol agents went to the area about 1,000 feet north of the border where they located the group of hikers. The group reported that they were confronted by armed individuals and were commanded to go towards the men. When the hikers refused to follow the armed subject's commands, the armed group fired a volley of shots towards the hikers. The American citizen was hit in the leg. The assailants then robbed the downed American and Canadian citizen of their cell phones and backpacks. Shortly after noon, the Mountain Disrupt Unit, BORTAC, and Border Patrol Search and Rescue infiltrated the area. They located the injured man and were able to fly the injured man out of the area in a CBP Air and Marine Operations helicopter. The wounded man was then transferred to a Reach Air ambulance that had staged at the Anchondo Airport. The man was then flown to Sharp Medical Center in San Diego for treatment. The assailants were tracked back to Mexico. El Centro Border Patrol Senior Chief Gregory Bovino said the assailants were suspected to be part of cartel terrorists. And winds shut down the freeway yesterday. High winds in the mountains shut down Interstate 8 to high-profile vehicles. Thursday, the California Highway Patrol began turning around big rigs and other high-profile vehicles at about 9 a.m. when winds gusted up to 70 miles per hour along the highway. The closure, the second in a week, was from Alpine to Ocotillo, and at one point, officers were only permitting sedan-type vehicles to proceed. The closure remained in effect until until nearly 2 p.m. KXO local news time, 7:44.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Real Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Centro Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
Officer-involved shooting. A man wanted for a double homicide was shot dead by officers and that were serving a arrest warrant. Shortly after noon Wednesday, U.S. Marshals, with assistance from Yuma County Sheriff's deputies, Yuma Police, and the U.S. Border Patrol attempted to serve the arrest warrant at a residence in the in the area of East 37th Street. The suspect named in the warrant was wanted for a double homicide in Tucson, Arizona. During the service of the warrant, two unrelated individuals came out of the residence, but the suspect stayed in the house, refusing to comply with officers' demands. The suspect then stepped out of the house armed with the rifle and fired multiple rounds at the officers. Officers returned fire, fatally wounding the suspect, David McKinney, 48, of Tucson. The Yuma Regional Critical Incident Response Team was activated to investigate the shooting. The YCSO deputies involved in the incident have been placed on modified duty. And a traffic stop leads to jail. A suspect is in county jail following a traffic stop. El Centro police officers on the day shift conducted a traffic stop on a car after noticing a vehicle code violation. Officers determined that the driver was a convicted felon and also had a warrant for his arrest out of another county. ECPD K9 Maverick and his partner stepped in, and the dog alerted to possible drugs in the vehicle. A search led to the discovery of suspected fentanyl pills as well as a meth pipe. The driver was arrested and booked into Imperial County Jail on a variety of charges. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and weather next.
And page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
Hey, Imperial Valley, looking for a one-stop shop for your hair, nails, and tattoos? 90s Hair Studio, Imperial Electric Tattoo Studio, and Yaya's Nails, all located in one place. Having you look and feeling your best. Grand opening celebration Saturday, January 18th. Enjoy food, raffles, and live music. 90s Hair Studio, Imperial Electric Tattoo Studio, and Yaya's Nails is your one-stop style shop. Don't miss the grand opening January 18th, 11 to 3, located at 116 South Imperial Avenue, Suite A in Imperial, right across from the Johnny's Burritos.
And it's time for local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, happy hour, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day. With local news, page 2, here's Jared.
Community Valley Bank is being sold. Front Wave Credit Union is acquiring Community Valley Bank. CVB is a state-chartered bank headquartered in El Centro. It is a wholly owned subsidiary of CMUV Bancorp. They announced Wednesday that they have entered into a definitive agreement with Front Wave Credit Union. Front Wave will acquire the assets and assume the liabilities of CVB in an all-cash transaction. Community Valley Bank was founded in 2007 and currently has 5 branches in El Centro, Brawley, Indio, Julian, and Borrego Springs. FrontWave is a $1.4 billion member-owned cooperative. Both sides have agreed to the transaction and are currently in the legal process. Once that is complete, all Community Valley Bank customers will become members of the credit union. CMUV Bancorp and Community Valley Bank will then wind down and dissolve. And Saturday will be a full day of food, fun, and recognitions. It's all tomorrow. It starts at 10 a.m. at 5th Street and Cedar in Holtville. That is when the gates open for the 3rd annual Rib Cook-Off, sponsored by the Holtville Booster Club. Teams will prepare 4,500 ribs and your favorite side dishes. Yeah, get there before they run out. They will be competing for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place and People's Choice Awards. At 12 noon, it will be the annual Martin Luther King Jr. luncheon at the Prestige Center in Heber. The luncheon will feature the Stone of Hope Awards. 11 community members will receive an award this year. And at 3 Saturday afternoon, the inaugural Fiesta del Valle Flavor Fest will begin. It will be held at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Sports Pavilion in El Centro. It'll be hosted by the City of El Centro and Antonio's Baja Catch 22. The free community event will feature a variety of delicious dishes from local vendors, live entertainment, and activities for all ages.
And the color run is tomorrow also in Imperial.
Oh, we also have the color run if you want to get a little, get some color all up everywhere.
That's a fundraiser.
It's always fun. And a Friday night lecture, Pioneers Museum Friday night lecture. The Imperial County Historical Society and Pioneers Museum present the event. An expert panel will discuss Imperial Valley wetlands. It is a free public lecture. Light refreshments will be available. Doors open tonight, 6 p.m. Lecture starts at 6:30 at Pioneers Museum. KXO Local News Time 7:49. We'll take a look at weather next.
Happy New Year from Burgers and Beer with happy hour every day from 3 to 6. Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wind Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. For January specials, enjoy an espresso martini or a refreshing Coors Light. And don't miss out on our Red Hot Caesar salad or our seasonal dessert Triple Berry Crumble Cake. Burgers and Beer proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Open daily starting at 9. Burgers and Beer for the best burger in town.
The high temperature yesterday, 71 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 30. National Weather Service says temperatures will hover not far from the seasonal normal through the weekend. However, a slow-moving weather disturbance will result in gradual cooling early next week. This system will also yield periodic chances for lower elevation rain showers and higher terrain snowfall across the region, although amounts should be primarily light. By the latter half of next week, drier weather and moderating temperatures should return to the area. Weather forecast calling for mostly sunny skies today. Highs right near 67. Winds will be calm. Mostly cloudy skies tonight. Overnight lows around 39. Mostly cloudy skies on Saturday, then gradually becoming sunny with the highs right near 70. Southeast winds at around 5 miles per hour. And right now we're looking at 35 degrees, 21% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality is still unhealthy for sensitive groups in Westmoreland. Very high levels of PM10, dust in the air. Air quality is moderate in Calexico. Air quality is good for the rest of the region. Local news, page 2, and the local weather brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family or meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
The Peanut Patch in Yuma invites you to stop by and see what it's all about. The Peanut Patch. Homemade candy, special treats like English toffee. How about chocolate-covered raisins? So much more. Pecan turtles made from a special family recipe. Homemade chocolates at the Peanut Patch. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Google the Peanut Patch and see what they have. Better yet, stop by the Peanut Patch. Again, Google thepeanutpatch.com. Get directions to the Peanut Patch in Yuma and schedule a tour. They're doing free tours every Tuesday and Fridays at 10 a.m. Yuma time through the end of February. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. What a great way to spend some time. You could spend a whole day there and not see everything. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Find them on the web at thepeanutpatch.com.
And now it's time for the Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best of care. NFL winding down. It's the championship games, the NFC Championship, AFC Championship, Sunday. Both of them will be right here on 1230 KXO. And the early game at about 12 o'clock kickoff time, and will be the Commanders at the Eagles for the NFC Championship. Bills and the Chiefs go after the AFC Championship. Again, both right here on 1230 KXO, as will be the Super Bowl. Super Bowl will be held on February 9th, right here on 1230 KXO. Australian Open is also winding down. They're getting ready for their title games. The men's championship, or the men's champion, the defending champion, Jannik Sinner, he'll be there. He won his game against Ben Shelton. He qualified for the finals. He'll be taking on Alexander Zverev, because Novak Djokovic retired. He injured himself at the Australian Open semifinal match, giving the match to Alexander Zverev. Novak Djokovic was soundly booed by the crowd because, well, they kind of upset with him. The men's final is Sunday. Saturday is the women's final. Arina Zabalenka, she goes against Madison Keys on Saturday. We'll have more in just a minute.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And on the NBA scoreboard, there's a bunch of games. Spurs beat the Pacers 140-110. Trailblazers got by the Magic 101-79. Raptors defeated the Hawks 122-119. Mavericks defeated the Thunder 121-115. Bucks got by the Heat 125-96. Nuggets defeated the Kings 132-123. Warriors over the Bulls 131-106. The Lakers won. They beat the Celtics 117-96. Well, the Clippers beat the Wizards by a score of 110-93. National Hockey League, there's a bunch of them as well. Brewers beat the Senators 2-0. Red Wings over the Canadiens 4-2. Rangers got by the Flyers 6-1. Hurricanes defeated the Blue Jackets 7-4. Golden Knights over the Blues 4-2. The Utah Hockey Club, they beat the Wild 4-0. One of these days they'll name their club. The Flames beat the Sabres 5-2. Oilers over the Canucks 6-2. Ducks beat the Penguins 5-1. Capitals over the Kraken 3-0. And the Predators beat the Sharks 6-5. You'll notice there were no shootouts, no overtime games in all of that long list. That's amazing for hockey. Buccaneers offensive coordinator Liam Cohen told the team Thursday that he was leaving to become coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two sides have verbally reached an agreement on a contract overnight, and Cohen is moving on. Ichiro Suzuki wants to raise a glass with the voter who chose not to check off his name on the Hall of Fame ballot. He missed being a complete 2 days after receiving 393 of the 394 votes, but one guy didn't vote for him, the Baseball Writers Association of America. Ichiro said through a translator that he'd like to invite him over to his house and have a drink together, and they'll have a good chat. Suzuki had to be in the Hall of Fame 7 times before had been to the hall 7 times before attending a news conference Thursday with fellow electees CZ Sabathia and Billy Wagner. Trio will be inducted July 27th, along with Dave Parker and Dick Allen, voted in last month by the Classic Era Committee. And federal prosecutors recommend a 57-month prison sentence Thursday to Ippei Mizuhara, the former interpreter for Los Angeles Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani, and released an audio recording in which they say he impersonates Ohtani in an attempt to wire money from Ohtani's bank account. In separate court filings, Mizuhara's attorney, Michael Friedman, said Mizuhara has suffered from a gambling addiction since he was a teenager and asked for an 18-month sentence. That's sports. Sports brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
And the financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security. Stock market today, Dow and S&P 500, NASDAQ, all lower as investors weigh earnings, Trump on China information as well, the tariff situation. That's the business.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my #1 priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
And it's going to be mostly sunny today with the highs right near 67. Winds will be calm throughout the day. Financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering a 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal at 4th and Heil in El Centro. It's 8 o'clock at KXO, El Centro, California.
Differently about that. We'll see how that goes.
As he left for North Carolina, Trump sized up where his choice for defense secretary stands. Reports say Pete Hegseth paid $50,000 to a woman who accused him of sexual assault, and 2 Republican senators, both women, say they won't back him.
Whatever it is. He's a good man. I don't know what's going to happen. You never know in those things, but Pete's a very, very good man. I hope he makes it. I was very surprised that Collins and Murkowski would do that.
CBS's Torian Small.
Lisa Murkowski of Alaska and Susan Collins of Maine are the 2 defectors in this case. They came out with their reservations about Hegseth moving forward and ultimately said when the time comes, they just can't vote for them.
A federal court says 7 Capitol attack defendants who've been released are barred from entering Washington, D.C. and the Capitol building without court approval. That includes Oath Keepers founder Stuart Rhodes. The White House says military deportation flights began yesterday for hundreds of what it labeled as illegal immigrant criminals. Hamas has released the names of hostages it plans to release tomorrow in exchange for 200 Palestinian prisoners, as called for in the Gaza ceasefire deal. CBS's Rami Inocencio is in Tel Aviv.
The spokesperson for Hamas's armed wing, the Al-Qassam brigades, released that list. It is for Israeli female soldiers. We do have the names that Hamas has said, but we are holding on that until we get confirmation from the Prime Minister's office or other Israeli family associations here.
On the Health Watch right now this morning, CBS's Michael George tells us
children living with people who smoke cannabis are exposed to toxic and potentially carcinogenic chemicals. A study published in JAMA Network showed that more than a quarter of children who lived with cannabis smokers had detectable THC chemicals in their urine. The study's authors say just being around cannabis smoke can be harmful to kids.
Checking Wall Street, right now the Dow is down about 100 points. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today.
It's better over here. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has an exclusive rate plan just for you. Right now, get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, you can get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. That's right, a free 5G phone. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. So why wait? At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Just go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 or visit your local store to make the switch.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Free phones up to $300 off with 24 monthly bill credits and qualifying new line for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling your entire account to continue remaining bill credits. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See details at T-Mobile.com.
There's new trouble for Shohei Ohtani's former interpreter, Ipe Mizuhara, as he faces sentencing for bank fraud.
Shohei Ohtani. Thank you. How may I help you?
Prosecutors say that's Mizuhara attempting to wire transfer $200,000 for what he describes as a car loan for a friend. They're using it to push for a nearly 5-year sentence for Mizuhara, who has pleaded guilty to bank and tax fraud for stealing almost $17 million from the LA Dodgers star. Mizuhara is due to be sentenced February 6.
Okay. Will there be any future wires to your friend? Possibly.
Probably not. Michael Toscano, CBS News.
Reality TV couple Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt are suing the city of Los Angeles after losing their home in the destructive wildfires. Couple filing the lawsuit along with more than 20 others. The complaint blames the city for water issues that hampered firefighting. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Between all the holiday parties,
weekend tailgates,
and family get-togethers,
we've been overindulging a little more than usual over the holidays. But now, we are starting the new year off on a healthier note by taking active liver supplements from New Nordic every day.
Active Liver contains a powerful blend of turmeric, milk thistle, and globe artichoke extract, all natural ingredients that help protect the liver so that it can protect you from toxins. It's like giving my body a daily detox. I've never felt better, and my energy is through the roof.
And my doctor is already impressed with how much better my numbers are looking. So if better health, more energy, and detoxing your body are some of your priorities this year, get Active Liver today and start the year off knowing you're giving your liver some well-deserved relief.
Active Liver is available in both tablets and as a delicious gummy. You can find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me lay on you a so-so entertainer
with George Gale.
Not much of a humanitarian, and this cat was never nobody's friend. You can applaud if you wanna.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230 KXO.